Hello there, good morning, welcome back to my channel. My name's Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. So this morning I thought I'd do an update on just the 2 citrus that I have. I don't have any more citrus now. Lost many of them a couple of years ago. So what I've got here in front of me is the yuzu. I got this last year and never had a yuzu citrus before, and I believe they are a bit more cold tolerant than the other citruses that I've had in the past that did not survive a very cold winter outside. But this one, actually, I've kept this indoors over winter. Didn't want to risk losing it, and I haven't done anything to it. I haven't repotted it since I got it. The instructions on the delivery note said do not repot for the first year. So it's coming up to a year now, so I am going to be looking at changing the pot. That's the pot it came in, and you can see the soil, or the mixture looks like a loam based compost, and I've not had to frequently water it. It seems fine. Looking at the leaves, touch wood, nothing has happened really, not much leaf drop. It's managed to keep most of its leaves. There has been some leaf drop. It's been indoors over winter, not on the windowsill, but it does get some, like you can see now, it gets some sun from the window, even though it's a few feet back. And yeah, it's done. I'm really pleased with it, and the fact that I've got a couple of fruits. It did flower for me, for the first year of having it, which is unusual for me to get anything to fruit straight away, citrus wise. Either they've got fruit on them when they arrive, but this one didn't. It had been pruned back quite a lot. But some of this growth here, this is growth from last year, and if I can show you where it was cut, it was pruned. It was pruned quite a lot down to here, and then it put out this growth. So it did put on a decent amount of growth, and I managed to get 2 fruit off it. One of them, it looks almost ready for picking. It's not grown massively. It probably would grow bigger than this. This is quite small, but oh, it's come off. Oh, right, okay. Let me just pause the camera and get it. Yeah, so the citrus rind has a nice aroma to it, different from that of an orange or a lemon. Hard to describe it really. Never had a yuzu before, so maybe I'll give that a couple of days and cut it open, see what it's like, have a little taste test of my first yuzu fruit. And then there's the other one there. I'm not going to touch that in case that falls off. That's a little bit smaller than this. So yeah, overall the health of the plant looks fine. I spotted some webbing on there, so I think there's definitely spider mites starting to spread. No discoloration on the leaves as yet, but it doesn't take long for that to happen. So after this video, I'm going to take this into the shower, give it a good wash down with water really. I'm not going to use any chemicals. Yeah, so just try and keep the spider mites under control until it's time to put them outside. Well, it's time to put it outside after the risk of frost, etc. So yeah, I'm going to keep it indoors for now. and you just spot there, I've got the jackfruit down here. It's just getting a bit sidetracked there, but this jackfruit I've had to bring downstairs because it stopped growing. You know, it wasn't doing anything for the past 2 months or 3 months. It hasn't put out any new leaves, but since I brought it down here, it's literally just started to push one out now. It gets a bit more sun here. You can get the morning sun, so it's just going, well, it's 20 past 10 in the morning, so this is on a sunny day, this is what we get. So obviously the yuzu benefits from that, so I've brought the jackfruit down, and I've also brought the Atamoya down as well, because both of these have stopped growing. Atamoya hasn't put any new leaves out. Anyway, back to the citrus. So I'll just push this back a little bit, and then I'll bring this one forward. Those of you who watch my videos will know I've got another citrus, and I'll show you what's happened to that, unfortunately. But this is the Bangladeshi citrus that I recently brought back from Bangladesh. It's a type of lime, and I'll just put a picture up of what the lime it's supposed to produce. This is the type of lime that I'd asked for. It's a seedless lime, so they picked this one out. None of the limes or citrus trees had any fruit on, so you know, I can't say 100% that this is going to produce that shape of lime, but that's what I wanted, and so I have to trust them on that. And yeah, so I had to remove quite a few of the leaves from it initially because they had this sort of strange mottling, and I was wondering what, you know, if that was disease or you know, I wasn't sure. I picked this up on the day that we were collecting the other plants, so it hadn't been sprayed. The other plants were with the nursery for 10 days, and I asked them to spray, make sure there were no bugs, etc. on it. This one I picked up on the last day, so it hadn't been sprayed. When I got it here, I didn't want to spray it, so what I did was remove any leaves that looked like they had some kind of disease. And this plant, I think, has been out in the field and animals have grazed on it because there's quite a bit of damaged bark. I didn't notice that when I was buying it. You know, it really didn't have much choice. There wasn't a huge choice of citrus. But you can see there, damage there. I think there's probably goats or some kind of grazing animal has literally chewed the bark in places. But, you know, it's still, you know, it's still got brick green. As I say, it hasn't really dropped leaves. As I say, most of these leaves that were on here, I had to remove physically because they did look strange. You know, they had weird markings on them, like blemishes, and I wasn't sure if that was a disease. It wasn't bugs though. Didn't have any scale insect or anything like that on it. Have just put it in the shower, hence you can see water droplets because it had got some spider mite. So it's going to happen. You know, you've got plants indoors. Spider mite is always lurking. So I've not sprayed it with an insecticide. I've just literally put it in the shower and given the leaves, excuse me, just wet the leaves, and hopefully that'll keep the number of spider mite down. Doesn't appear to be any yellowing of the leaves that is a sign of spider mite. And nutrition wise, you know, the leaves that it's got seem to be okay. And I did spot on this branch here recently there's a flower bud. That's good to see if it stays on. And I think I saw the signs of more tiny little flower buds starting to appear. Let me just see if I can find them now. I sort of generally inspect. There they are. There. Just put these. So I like to inspect the plants every day just to check, you know, the progress. And yeah, spotted these this morning. Tiny little flower buds. So that's a good sign. Hopefully I'll get at least a fruit from it. That would be nice in the first year of having it. Having my first Bangladeshi lime. I'm getting ahead of myself there, but you know, it's done well. I've had citrus from Bangladesh before. They weren't as developed as this. They were very recent grafted plants that I brought back, and unfortunately none of them survived. The only one that seemed to be mature was the pomelo, and it seemed to come back in bursts, and then eventually it just died. Hoping I don't make that mistake with this plant. It's in John Innes compost, and I've put a mixture of citrus compost in there as well, and occasionally I give it a little bit of a fertilizer called Bloom, and maybe that's kick-started the flowering. And it's in this room here. I actually have it on the plant stand over there, so in the evening it does get a little bit of the I don't put it directly under the grow light, but it does get some of the light cast onto it, so maybe that's helped retain what, you know, the leaves that it's still got. It hasn't lost any more, and doesn't appear to have any dieback, so that's a good sign. It's always a good sign your citrus of it's not dying back. And now I'm going to show you the contrast to this. So let me pop that over there. Right, so yes, this is the Rangpur lime, and it's in a very bad state, as you can see. Lots of dieback. I don't think I can save this plant. It just dropped its leaves. I mean, before this happened, I've had this a year and a half. Year and a half. So this is my second Rangpur lime. The first one, I left it outside in the cold during winter, and it succumbed. But up to that point, it was fine. This plant, however, I got it, had fruit on it, but then it didn't improve over the summer. So I put it outside in the summer. I'd already changed the pots, put it in fresh compost, etc. It didn't grow at all. No new leaves. And then when I brought it in the first year, and it did flower, had lots of flowers, and then little fruitlets formed, and then they all fell off. And then this is the result after. So I don't think I can save this plant. So this is the second one that I've had. I think I got this plant because I like the name Rangpur. Rangpur is a district in Bangladesh, and I thought, oh, cool, you know, plant to have from Bangladesh, Rangpur lime. Even though the fruit on it, it did have some fruit, was like a mini sour orange. But yeah, so this is the second one. I don't think I'll be getting another one. Yeah, I'd rather stick to looking at getting things like the bergamot or another type of lime. That would be interesting. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to save this plant. It's been like this for quite some time. No improvement. Put it under the grow lights. Kept the soil moist. Check the roots. The roots don't look great. You know, they're not rotten, but they don't look. They haven't got any healthy yellow, white roots on there at all. So yeah, unfortunately, that one, have to pop that in the compost bin. But hopefully the yuzu will continue to flourish, and I'll get some more flowers on it this year. And this new Bangladeshi lime will start to put out new leaves to replace the ones that I've removed, and I may get some flowers and possibly a fruit even. So there we have it, my little mini citrus duo. Yeah, I can't call it a trio, it's a duo. And hope everyone's enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up, please. And thank you for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.